G'day, so this is me. I've decided to do eBay full time. Some would say it's probably a pretty silly thing to do, but I've had my shop for about 7 months now and I've made some consistent sales, so it's something I think I can really push and scale higher, and it's really enjoyable to me, so it makes me happy. It's what I want to do, and I've also decided, like some, to record the journey along the way. I have played around with YouTube before and have a few videos, and I think it's something I can do as well, so it'll be really fun to see where this goes. I don't really have a plan or many talking points, so I probably will be following what most people do and probably just doing the basic eBay stuff that you see as well, until I can really come up with some unique content, I guess, which probably today I'd sort of focus on junk, really, what people see as junk and what others don't, and what I see as valuable and what others probably don't. But yeah, we'll see. So that was the dump buyback. As you can see, it's pretty popular. People lining up at the door. It's open from Wednesday to Sunday, closed on the Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesday being the most popular day, as they've had the couple of days break to sort of build up on the stuff that they want to sell. It's always a bit hit and miss. The reason why I like it, it does end up being sort of the cheapest spot for some things, like the DVDs and the books and the board games and things like that. If it is worth something and they know it, if it's pretty popular stuff, they will chuck the heavy price tag on it, which I sort of have left things in the past. I do have that video of the Xbox there, had a broken CD drive. $20, I think it's a bit steep, considering it's most likely broken. It's probably been dropped and tumbled and pulled on, and having a broken CD drive usually is an indication that it wasn't working, it wasn't injecting. They had one of their favorite games in there and they've broken it out. So left it there for $20, $10, $15 even. I probably would have taken it as a parts, as I've got a couple of Xboxes at home to sort of fiddle around with and get it working. Usually you'll see people go in there for power tools and petrol, like lawnmowers, and they'll sort of do the home handyman thing and get them going and probably sell them on Facebook. You do see a lot of the same people there. I'm probably one of them. They probably see me all the time. I do say hello to a few of the regulars. But didn't come away with anything today. Blake actually said going away empty-handed today, and I did remind him that it is pretty expensive here for the things that I want, which is video games and media. So I have scored there before though, and it's a place I always do regularly come, but just today no luck, unfortunately. I don't come away with much from these shops, mainly because I frequent them so much, and I do have a lot of stock at home. Only reason why I did come into town was to go to the recycling centre, and now I just shoot back home and I just tag a few of the sort of favourite spots along the way. This one usually has a lot of DVDs, as you can see, but they are stagnant. I think they do need to sort of maybe do like a 10-cent sale or something ridiculous, or even just bin them, or shred them into something. A lot of them are just typical movies. I suppose someone out there probably would enjoy them, but from a reseller's perspective, it's a lot of partial series and a lot of just dead movies, really. I'm sure you could make a profit in there. I have made some pretty good profit out of books in there and some video games. I've seen some consoles in there as well. But just from a day-to-day perspective, nothing too wow in there. I do run on a sort of limited time, so I can't just sit there and scan the whole DVD section. I have in the past, and I do see most of what I have scanned before still there. I haven't looked at the CDs though. It hasn't been a category I've looked at getting into. There probably would be some profit in there. It is something I'm looking at to get into and expand into. If there's money to be made in a different category, I should jump on it. So it is part of what I do, media. So maybe something in the coming days I might do some research into.
That's a lot older. It's 300 over the net.
So that was just a look at some of the stores that I do frequent. They were some of my favourites. There is a lot more where I live. They were just some on the way back from the main sort of sourcing that I was doing today, which I did come pretty well empty-handed. The only thing I did manage to pick up was this Resident Evil. There is something I'm going to show you guys later that this will go to. That sort of makes it a bit more exciting for me. But yeah, not really much going on. I did sell 6 parts controllers for an Xbox 360. They went away for about 50 bucks. So there is money in broken things. I know that most people will pass it up in the thrift, which I did actually pass up on that console as well for $20. It was broken. This was bought out of a big bundle though. That's how I do try to buy a lot of that untested sort of broken stuff. I will want to buy it in bulk. That way there's chances of it, not being broken and sort of making your money back faster, which is something I'll be talking about in a minute. So with postage, you do see some guys on YouTube, they have a really great system. So they've been doing it for years. And I do have a little bit of a system in place. I do have my Post business account, and I do have it integrated with my eBay, so I can shoot the orders over into my Post and do the finalizations with the drafts and print out your labels, and it makes it really nice and easy. That's the recommended basic part for everyone. With the wrapping and the packing, I don't really get too anal about it. With some things I will, the high dollar items, which everyone should be making sure they arrive perfect and good nick. But these Xbox controllers that are parts controllers, they're already broken and busted. I don't really see a need to go all out with the bubble wrap. The bit of cardboard, I mean, it is a thick corrugated cardboard. It should be reasonable enough to protect just the outer shell from any cracking, because the insides are already busted. You know, they're electronic item that is broken, so I don't see the need to go all out. So yeah, I'll just punch that into my Post, make a label, and ship it off. Easy. And this is it. Off to post it. It's only in walking distance, so it's bloody awesome. Every day people get their parcels really quick from me, so it makes all the difference. And actually, I just sold something on the way, a Wii U gamepad, which I'll take you through when I get home. It really is only just walking distance. It's pretty cool. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, well that's that. Australia Post down nationwide. Still got me parcel here. It's not actually due to go out till tomorrow, so that's okay. Or I might actually have to explain to the customer that I can't actually physically send it off, which is fine. It shouldn't result in any sort of bad feedback. Can't really help it. I think it might have something to do with the weather that's going on down south at the moment. But yeah, as I was saying, I did actually sell something as well while I was going out to do. So yeah, this is what I sold. It's a Wii U remote pad, sort of one of the predecessors to the Switch. I actually have two of these. This one I actually haven't sold, it's just the demo, as I already got the one sort of wrapped up in here. As you can see, just a bit of bubble wrap and some cardboard. I don't really feel it's super necessary to go all out. It should just slip into this small parcel here, if I can manage with the camera in front of me. I did actually do a test run and it all does go in there, so it's all sweet. And yeah, just a little sticky there. And that's the, yeah, I'll write his address and that will go away tomorrow with the other one. Easy as. So as an eBay seller, you don't really have a strict schedule you have to adhere to. You do have to self-motivate, self-discipline, and self-manage, which is pretty easy if you're like me. Making sure your eBay store is up to scratch and sending off all your sales every day, or in the time you've allocated to if you've done 1 or 3 day shipping. Yeah, as long as you adhere to that, you won't really get penalised by eBay. Other than that, you do have to list and source, which most people like the sourcing and dread the listing. I don't mind it. If you do listen to the guys on YouTube, they will say you don't have to list every day, or you do have to list every day. I do find when I do list more that I will get more sales the following few days, which is probably more correlation to just having better items on eBay from recently purchased stuff from when I go sourcing, which I source probably about 3 or 4 times a week, sort of midweek, and then sort of finish up on the Saturday, and then just do the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday I'll kind of have off, or maybe just pop into 1 or 2 that are close by. What I did today is sort of the run into town. It's about a 20-minute drive, and then I zigzag back through just a couple that I've had pretty good hits at. Don't know why, a bit of superstition or attached to my favourite ones, or I do know some of them are a bit cheaper than others, and that's sort of what I base it on. But yeah, I think as a newcomer to eBay, you do have this sort of want to just buy everything, and it's one of the sort of advice that you most commonly see, or my biggest mistakes I've made in my eBay career is sort of just buying all the junk. And I've done it. I've got a lot of junk here. Some of it does sell through, and when it does, it's awesome. There's really expensive junk and there's really cheap junk. But if you do find like 100 items that are worth, $2-3 worth of profit, that's $100 or $200 profit if you do sell through it all. It's really having to nail the sell-through rate. So if something sells within an hour and you make $1, it's not really necessarily junk. It's got really good sell-through rate, or it's just trying to find those gems is a bit harder than what you think. And I do find probably padding out your eBay with junk is a really good way to enter into the market. If it's really cheap, then if you got the money and it's no dramas, and it's part of the process, I think. Everyone's got the story of these poor buys they've made throughout their career, and I've got plenty of them. But then it's surprising what some people would say is junk, and they make money off of it. I find with books I suck at it personally. I've got the Del Toro quests and the Warriors and Harry Potter, and I've sold a few of them. I've got some really good books that I've sold. I don't mind the Old Woman's Weekly birthday cakes and the cookbooks. I've got some really good success stories with them. But just the general stuff, I really suck at books. Maybe it's just my, how much I put into it, I guess. I really like the video games and the media. So maybe the things that are junk in there I hold on to as not so much junk. That game that I picked up today, the Resident Evil on the Wii, people, even in the media category, Wii's pretty well junk. They're probably the worst selling console, but I love them. I sort of see them as a bit of bread and butter for me, probably because I have so many. I can bundle them up. I bought them cheap. I've got all the accessories and the main games like Mario Kart, sort of a bundle up every week with a Mario Kart. I was lucky enough when I bought them that when I plugged them in to test them, I pressed inject and out come a Mario Kart. Boy, I wish I recorded it. I was sitting there loading up every week, boom, Mario Kart out of it, boom, Mario Kart out of it. It's like a $20 game, so you're turning this Wii that I bought for like $10 into another $20 profit simply because it had a free game inside of it, which just goes to show, you don't know what you're going to get when you're buying this junk. A bit like that Xbox today, but you could tell that there's no disc in there. I did sort of look in there because there's some really expensive video games out there. It's crazy, really. But yeah, this Wii, this game here, I actually really got excited, but not for this game, even though it is actually a pretty good selling game. I got it for 50 cents. 50 cents. Sells for about $20. I probably would have left that if I was out there hunting just for video games. Probably not in the ideal profit range for me right now, as I've got tons behind me. But what got me excited is where I've got all these video games is from another shop, and they have my number and they contact me. I'm a bit on the inside. They pile them all up into tubs for me, and they call me when it's ready to go. So it's all untested. I buy it sight unseen. I don't ever question it. If it's in the tub, I'll buy it. I end up with junk. Like this came with the box. I didn't say no, but it's a bloody Nerf gun. What am I going to do with that? Sure, it might sell for $15 or whatever dollars. I'll give it to my son. But anyway, why I got excited is because of this. Now, it came in the 2 boxes of video games and consoles and all that I bought. $200 for about, I think, 6 consoles, like 4 PS3s, an Xbox 360 and a Sega Mega Drive. Oh, and a GameCube, actually, that's right, GameCube. I've tested this, doesn't work, turns on. I'm gonna buy myself a game bit, check it out. It's worth like $100, or $70 to $80 as parts, so huge. It's worth half my investment. But if I can get it working again, that'd be cool. If not, whatever. Why I got excited though is this, yeah. I just overlooked it. Torn box. Sick, goes to the Wii. Wii's a junk. It's not going to be worth much. It's worth $90 and then half price. $45 someone bought this for, maybe. Going on eBay though, just the revolver alone sells at $200. the knife, $100. It's got the little thumb pad and there's a cover for the Wii remote as well. The only comps I could see is someone trying to sell it for $1,000 in box. Far out. So the guns and all that were previously sold. That was sold listings. So I think if I package it with the video game, that, and you know, the junk console Wii, I should get some reasonable profit out of that, and you know, turn junk into treasure. Now that's a pretty good combo there. I have all the cords and leads and everything for it. So it's hard to say what is junk. You know, you can get 2 bits of junk and join it together, and you've got yourself a big diamond, like what you just saw in front of me. Sure, I haven't sold it yet, but for the right price, it's going to be well worth more than what I paid for it. In that same allotment too, I'll just show you some of the cool things. This here, just a laser gun. You know, I guess people my age probably played Point Blank, you know, Time Crisis and all that in the arcades. This gun's actually the original Xbox gun. Those are about $100. Yeah, as well as these guys. These are the PlayStation ones. These are the ones I'm familiar with. This is the Point Blank gun. Got 2 of these. They go for about $50, $60, $70 on the condition. Junk. This, if anyone's a bit older than me, probably knows what that is. To me, junk. That's complete junk to me. What the? That's just a bit. That was at the bottom of the box. I had to Google Lens that to find out what that was. It's an extension for a Sega CD drive, something along those lines. Sell through rates, awesome. $90. Junk. So I know I sort of have this hard to really decide on what junk is. You know, you can see the videos are just cruising through op shops and you just look past everything. It really goes to show that if you start pulling out your phone and scanning things that you think are junk, probably aren't so much junk. And you know, you'll find stuff out there that's going to make you a lot of money. That GameCube, broken. They sell through as parts like almost instantly. They are sought after, especially the silver. Easy money, mate. Free money. Go out and do it. Everyone should be selling, to be honest. It's just a complete and utter, I don't know, shill for eBay. So easy. You get to do what you want. No schedule. And yeah, find some pretty cool stuff. Do it.